Okay, so today we're going to multiply matrices. And in order for matrices to be multiplied, we have to have this one thing happen. When I have the first matrix is an M by N, and the second is an N by P, these two, so the columns of the first have to equal the rows of the second, because remember it's row column. So the number of columns of the first have to equal the rows of the second in order for this to work. And then your answer is M by P.
So the rows,
So
the columns.
if I have 3 by 5 and a 5 by 6, these two are equal. So my answer will be a 3 by 5, or 3 by 6, excuse me. But if I had a 5, oh, here, I'll show you it's not commutative, because commutative means I could switch it, right? So 5 by 6 times the 3 by 5, are these two equal? So they're not equal, so it's undefined. So when you get two matrices, you're always going to write down their dimensions so you can see this happening. Okay? It's important to know what you're supposed to get when you're done so you don't mess it up. Because if you don't get a 3 by 6, then you're like, okay.
Wait, is it M times N or N is greater?
It's by. It's M by N. Like,
So what's that little symbol?
it's a by. It's an X. Like if I do it's like dimensions of a room.
Okay.
Like 6 by 7. So it's rows by columns. That's why we say they're dimensions of a matrix. Okay, so matrix multiplication is a row by column multiplication of the entries. This is not going to tell you how to do it. I'm just telling you this. We take the row in the first one times the column of the second one, and you add all those together. So the best way to do it is to do it. Okay, so we're supposed to find A, B, and then B, A. So what are the dimensions of A?
3 by 2.
3 by 2. Oops. And B is a 2 by 2. So it says to take A times B. So A is 3 by 2, and B is 2 by 2. So I always circle these two middle, and I put an equal. Is that true?
Yes.
So my answer is going to be a 3 by 2 when I am done. Does this make sense to everybody? Okay, so what you do is you take the first row
rows up and down?
no,
Okay.
thank you, because I was going, what's wrong with what I'm doing? The first row times the first column. Do you see how there's two things in this row? And there's two things in this column? So it's first thing times first thing. So -1 times -3 plus the second thing times the second thing. 3 times 4. Then I'm going to take the first row again by the second column. So it's not, this is one term, so we're going to go to the next term. So we have negative 1 times 2 plus 3 times 1. So we've said our answer is supposed to be 3 rows, 2 columns. Do I have 2 columns?
Yeah.
Yes. So if I had more columns, I would just take this first row times every single column. Okay, now I got the first row times all the columns over here. Now I need to take the second row times the columns. So second row times the first column. So 5. How about I point to the second row, not the third row? So 4 times negative 3 plus negative 2 times negative 4.
But you didn't put a negative on the top one.
What?
You didn't put a negative of the 4 with the 3 on the top. Like right above what you just wrote. You just have 3 times 4, not 3 times 4.
Yeah, because this 3 is positive. And this 2 is negative.
Where are you?
4 times negative 3
I'm
plus.
talking about the first one.
The very first row.
Okay, so negative 1 times negative 3 and 3 times negative 4. Oh, I forgot the
Yeah,
negative
that's what I was
there. I
saying.
thought you were saying on the 4. I mean on the 3. Sorry. I think I said it. I don't think I wrote it. Okay. So now I need to finish this row with the second row, second column. So 4 times what? 2 plus negative 2 times 1. Now I've done every column times that row. Now I need to go to the last row. So 5 times what, guys?
Negative 3.
Plus 0 times,
Negative 4.
and then 5 times
2.
plus 0 times 1. Now, before I do anything else with this, let's look at some patterns. Do you see your columns? So they should be 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, negative 4, negative 4, negative 4, negative 3, negative 3, negative 3. Do you see your rows? Negative 1, 3, 3, 4, 4, 2, negative 2, negative 2, 5, 5, 0, 0. You see it? Okay. So that pattern has to be there. For today, I would highly suggest at least you start writing this so you can see it, not just your answers. Does that make sense? Okay, so now we have to just put them together. So I have 3 minus 12. Do you want me to write 3 minus 12 or do you want the answer?
What's the answer?
Okay, so 3 minus 12 is what?
9.
Negative 9. Okay, negative 12 plus 8. Negative 4. Negative 15 plus 0. Negative 2 plus 3.
1.
8 minus 2.
6.
And 10 plus 0.
10.
Okay, do we have a 3 by 2?
Yep.
Okay, real quick and then you can have them. So then BA. Well, what is B? What are the dimensions of B?
2 by 2.
2 by 2. What are the dimensions of A?
3 by 2.
3 by 2. So you circle these two, you put an equal sign. Are they equal? Nope. So you cross it out, say not equal, and write what? Undefined. matrix multiplication in general is not commutative. Sometimes you can do both, but you won't get the same answer. Sometimes you can do both and you will get the same answer. So I will. So we're going to do A, B, B, A. So what's the dimensions of A?
2 by 3.
2 by 3. And what's the dimensions of B?
3 by 2.
3 by 2. So can I do both of them?
Yes. This one's huge.
So AB would be 2 by 3, 3 by 2. So I get a,
3 by.
no,
Oh, 2 by
2 by 2 because these two are equal, so it's these. Okay? And BA would be 3 by 2 and 2 by 3. So I get a 3 by 3. So obviously right now we would know they would not be the same answer because one's a 2 by 2 and one's a what? 3 by 3? Okay, so we ready for this?
Yes.
Yeah, I did the last one wrong because I like halfway through I started going over and over. So,
Okay, so we'll do it right this time. Okay, so we start with the row. That row goes to both columns, yes? So this is one term and this is one term, the sum of those. So 1 times what?
-2.
Negative 2. Plus 0 times
1.
1. Plus
3 times -1.
3 times negative 1. So that is one term. Then we're going to move to the next term. So same row until I go through all the columns. So 1 times
4.
4
Gee whiz.
plus 0 times
0.
0 plus 3 times
1.
1. So that's going to be your second. Okay, so now I'm done with the first row. I move to the second row. Do you want me to do it in a different color or am I go okay in the same color?
You're gonna be the same color.
You're fine.
Okay, so 2 times
-2.
Plus plus. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, I don't put a plus when I have a negative there. I don't put the plus the negative, but I'm just doing that for you guys. So if you don't want to do plus the negative, if you just wanted to do,
Minus.
could I just put a minus here? Yeah. Okay. So the next, same row, second column. So 2 times
Oh,
plus
-1 times 0.
plus.
-2 times 1.
Okay. And I said plus, but did I write it? Nope. Okay. We're going to go sideways just because both of these work. So I got -2 plus 0 minus 3.
So then
-1.
-5.
Or, yeah, sorry.
Okay. I like to go down just because. Do you guys have a preference?
No.
Okay. So then -4 minus 1 plus 4. Nope. Plus 2. Sorry.
1,
-3.
1.
-3. -4 minus 1 is -5. Plus 2 is -3. So if you need to write a matrix with those numbers in it, can you do it? Yes. Okay, so then I have what? 4, 0, and 3. So 7. And then 8, 0, and minus 2. So 6. Ta-da. Do you want to try the next one on your own?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a helpful hint, guys. When I do B times A, B needs to be on this side. I personally will write B on the other side. It is very difficult to do this backwards. I will come over here and write -2, 1, -1, 4, 0, 1, so I can go from B to A. It is very hard to do it backwards and do it right all the time. So I'll do it while you're doing it. Remember, this one's going to be a 3 by 3 when we're done.